Hey, what is up guys? This is FNH here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can actually register your gun in New York City. Previously I made a video on how to get your shotgun and rifle license in New York City, so this is like, I guess, a part 2 of it, where you actually go and get the registration of a gun. So if you buy a gun from a store like Dick's Sporting Goods or basically any other store that sells it, they do most of the work for you, which is really good. Okay, so me personally, I bought mine from Dick's Sporting Goods in Long Island, right? So I wiped out all the names and information, right? So this is just a safety, I guess, a form just letting you know that you know all about safety and everything. Okay, so this is just something they give you. So this form is really not that important. They tell you to sign it and fill it out at the store before you get it, but this, you really don't have to show it to anyone. Kind of just keep it. All right, so the next one is the firearms transaction record. Okay, so this one is, I guess, the main form, right? You guys can see that it asks you all this information, first name, last name, social security. It goes into pretty much, kind of goes into detail. And all this form is filled out by you. It's 3 pages long. It is filled out by you at the store. So they have like the kiosk on their computer where you can just press next, fill it out. And basically at the end of the form, at the end of the, I guess, questionnaire, it prints out this form with whatever you answered. Okay, so you guys can see over here, New York rifle and shotgun permit that I had. The type of firearm I was getting was a long gun up here, and just some more information that kind of I wiped out, wasn't really necessary. But yeah, over here you can see the type of gun you're getting. You could buy multiple guns at a time, but there is actually, you probably can't, because I think New York City has a 90-day wait limit after the first gun, especially for rifles and shotguns. So yeah, you probably couldn't buy more than one. But yeah, you guys can see this is a gun that I purchased, right? Number of firearm transferred is 1. So the reason they say transferred is because before I buy it, they are technically holding the license, and they're technically just transferring the license from them to me. Okay, so that's what this whole form is about, right? It's not even about the purchase or anything. It's just transferring the license from them to me. That's basically it. Okay, so this is the next form. And then last but not least, you probably have, after you got your license, you probably have gotten this, right? It basically has 3 different color forms. So you get a white one like this. I believe there's a pink one and a green one. Okay, so you fill out your side. I believe your side would be on the right side, and then they'll fill out on the left side. And then once you're done this, it tells you what to do on the bottom. The buyer shall retain 1 copy of the complete form, and then the other 2 copies should be mailed in. So the white copy is for the buyer, the green copy, 2 copies. Okay, that's where you have to mail it out to, and the pink one, they'll keep it. All right, so the way you mail it out is you basically have these 3 forms, right? I just suggest you guys make copies of these just in case anything happens, right? You definitely just want to make copies of everything before you mail it out. All right, so yeah, you guys can see I made copies of everything, right? You basically just have to mail it out to them. So over here, 120-55 Queens Boulevard, right? So, and it could be a regular mail, right? But in my case, I did do a certified mail, right? Where I do get a notice back once they actually receive it, and someone over there has to sign it to receive it. And the reason I did that was just to be sure. Obviously I don't want it to be lost in the mail. That would just create another big hassle. I don't know what they'll do or how they handle it, so I don't want to go through all that. So I just spend an extra few dollars to get a certified mail and to get a response back once they actually received it. And for me, in my case, they actually did take kind of long. So once they get the slip, they do have to mail it back to you, right? I guess just they verify it or whatever they do, put it in their systems, and then they mail it back to you. And then that is the form you always have to keep with the gun. Okay, so in my case, they did take, I believe it probably took around a month to actually get the slip back. And the reason for that was I called them a few times throughout the month, and they said they have a new system and it's taking longer, but whatever. So you are able to use the gun before you get the slip back, just with, I guess, the other slip you have as a temporary one, right? But definitely you want to make sure, call them. They are pretty responsive, and they do pick up the calls and help you out, right? So you definitely want to call them beforehand and ask whatever questions. So yeah, these are the forms you'll get. They kind of fill it out for you at the store, and then once you get that, you just put it all in an envelope and then mail it out, and then just wait till you get it back. All right, so that's pretty much it. Really simple and straightforward. Obviously, it'll be slightly different if you're buying a gun from someone else, not like a store, let's just say another individual. The process is kind of the same. They're still transferring over the license from them to you, but it's still a little different than the way it's done through, I should say, through like a big store like Dick's Sporting Goods or Walmart or wherever. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. If you guys have any question or comments, please leave them down, and just please leave them down below. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Other than that, FNH out. Peace.